closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it easy. I had to get back up. Made it killing and did it again. But it's in on down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us about 20 miles south of downtown L.A. at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
set. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Hey, 31.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. That's caught out wide by Stills. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. 49-yard
punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Load it! Load it!
Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Hey, that's okay, baby. Your shot. Hey, take your shot yourself back to home. Shot yourself back to home.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moved.
And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check. Lucky. Alert. Check.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Watson on 1st down. It's complete to Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
1st down, Texans.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Set. Great team. Mike 58 right there. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna come on. Check 15. Check 15.
Watson looks to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 6-yard line.
Left to right. 41's the mic. Check 41.
Here's Rivers. And now he's taken down. And Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
Some means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Crunch time, defense.
On 2nd down, Eckler. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Staying open. Staying open. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Check safety. Slam.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Slot. Hey, you're on the number 2 there. You're on the number 2.
2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
March 49. Ain't no such thing.
3 down, he's coming.
49, guys. Mike.
On 2nd and 2, Watson. This is Miller, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Just like that. Just like that.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing on second down. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Brandon Mebane picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson, he's going to got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Watson operating from the gun to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Mexican score, Chargers 14, Texans 9.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Rivers. Caught by Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Come on, man. Let's go. All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. This is a kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Rocket.
To throw, Rivers. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Rivers. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That'll bring up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Watson with a give to Miller. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Under 10, under 10, 10. He's checking crap.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On third and 1, here's Rivers. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
Now Gordon on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
180, 380.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Now on second and 13. Rivers going for it all. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Quick update from Levi's Stadium. And the 49ers have just scored for some more cushion. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Set. 19.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
49,
49, guys. Mike, 49. Go. Go. Hey, watch it.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, he finds Hopkins complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. 24. Check. Fresh down.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. Again, it's Miller. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the gun on third, Watson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Let's get it.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, 31! 58, Mike. Blue there. 58, Mike, 58.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He finds his target, Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense. Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Put that team on the hook. Left.
Rivers now. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Going deep here for Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Check 31, check 31. Check nickel. Check 99. Check 52. Slam.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
49, guys. Mike. Mike, 49.
You ain't doing nothing today. You
Off.
Hey, we got to snap it.
49 to Mike. Rabbit.
They'll try and run it in with Miller. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Elsewhere, a fourth-quarter score now from Tampa, and the Giants have extended their lead. A win would be their second on the young season. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He's back to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line.
Second 90, black 15.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right.
Rivers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Rivers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Here's Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the home team here, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.